I don't know if you've been keeping up with the California state budget, and let's be honest, you probably haven't. That's okay. I'm here to tell you that this year, at least in climate investment, this budget, well, kind of slaps. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that by showing how the budget started off pretty good and how we pushed the legislature and the governor to make it even stronger and better. And I'm going to tell you all of this in under 2 minutes. Whoa, that's just starting? Okay, so it all starts at the beginning of the year when California finds out it has this huge surplus. California took in $97 billion extra dollars in tax revenue than it spent, just being California. So Governor Newsom saw this surplus as an opportunity to really start investing in climate. So then in January of this year, he proposes this budget, which puts $37 billion towards climate. And this budget was a historic, unseen investment in fighting climate change. And included all sorts of great things like, see if I can find it here. $10 billion for zero emissions vehicles, including $1.5 billion for school bus fleet electrification, $8 billion in drought prevention and water resources funding, and $2 billion in extreme wildfire prevention and suppression, including resources for our firefighters. And when we talk about governments actually fighting the climate crisis, these are the types of investments we want to start seeing. But here at EnviroVoters, we recognize that this budget was still not nearly enough for the moment that we find ourselves in now. We only have 8 years to reduce our emissions to half of their 2005 levels if we want any chance of staying in that safe 1.5 degrees Celsius of warming. So we knew we needed more drastic investment now. So we took that message and we signed on to letters with other environmental organizations, we talked to our representatives, and we put pressure on the governor. And our subscribers and Californians just like you reached out to their representatives through texts, emails, and phone calls. And it worked. In June, we were able to push the legislature and the governor to pass a final budget with $17 billion additional dollars in climate funding, bringing the total budget investment in climate priorities to $54 billion. And this new chunk has a ton of things we're super proud of, like a $45 million investment in offshore wind through the Energy Commission. Oh, and an increase in $75 million in extreme heat planning and support. So now hopefully you understand why I think this budget slaps. It kinda slaps. This is a serious investment in the future of California. And this bit of the budget, but especially this bit, is because we pushed our elected officials on these climate priorities and held the previous sessions accountable for not doing enough. And that is worth celebrating. But we need to start seeing budgets like this as the new bar moving forward. We can celebrate that this finally happened, but now that we know it's possible, we need to push to see budgets like this every year moving forward. If you enjoyed the breakdown of this budget, make sure to follow EnviroVoters. We break down California climate legislation like this all the time. Okay, now that we've finished the California state budget, let's move on to my monthly grocery budget. Now, we're gonna start with $60 for Watermelon Sour Patch Kids. I know that seems like a lot, but hear me out.